Hi guys, it's been a while since we were here. We are here tonight, and so this is a late night chat. Tulumkula mkulala bonse.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be sleeping, yeah, but we decided to chat a little bit just about some issues or some things that may be affecting us or other people out there. So today we decided to talk about colorism. So we just gonna use it simple terms like English terms to describe what it is. So I have Frida with me, the Tate family. So she's gonna come in and just explain a little bit in plain English, just how simple for someone to understand, like simply what is colorism.
Okay, so colorism can be, I'll paraphrase it, can be defined as like uh, favoritism. Okay, it happens a lot about, you know, most
Like
cases,
preference of color.
yeah, preference of color. Mostly
Yeah,
happens with people of color,
yeah,
where some are darker than others. And
yeah.
so, yeah, the ones that are lighter are more favorable than the darker ones.
Yeah,
If
and this brings me back to some thoughts where we see reasons why people that are dark like me, they don't want to be dark anymore. They want to be light because maybe that's the preferred color.
Yeah.
That's what yeah. So
Hmm.
what really has caused this colorism? Where has it come from? Like I know we have so different types of color. So there are
Yeah.
white people and then we have black people. So within ourselves, like black people, there are people that are lighter, there are people that are dark skinned. Okay, I wouldn't say dark. I would say fair skin because I wouldn't call myself black because I don't think I am black. I'm just okay for argument's sake. I would stick to that. I would say okay, we dark, the darker shade, okay?
Yeah.
So why is it that people think being light is the best? Why do you think so? And
Um.
people, if you are in the comment section, you're watching us and you'd like to contribute, please feel free to comment down below. And I know a lot of people are sleeping. It's almost 11 p.m. my time, and it should be 9 p.m. yours.
It's almost
9.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
almost 10 p.m. Yeah, because mine is almost like 11 p.m. Yeah. So
So
some
this
people
is
are sleeping already.
it's
Mm.
8:50. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't
Yeah.
understand where this came from, where people think that being light skinned is better than black skinned. What really happens? How did we get here?
You know what? Simply put, people have set the standard of beauty.
Yeah.
They think that the lighter is better.
Mm-hmm.
So think the opposite is also true. Like when you're darker, then you are not
Mm-hmm.
pretty, you are not beautiful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of uh, people prefer to be lighter colored. This is the
Mm-hmm.
reason why the lightning cream, it's a
Mm-hmm.
multi-million-dollar industry.
Business. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
it's a
That's right.
yeah.
But how did we get here? Like, how and who defines this type of beauty? Because um, I'll take this phrase that is really common where we both come from. Okay,
Yes.
it's not here. It's mostly used in Zambia. They say the samba. They mean someone maybe if the person was looking like me and then achinja ambo kumoneka imbikale
Yeah.
akashako and they'll call that the samba. Mama na.
Yeah.
So like us, the Twasamba, because we still having the same skin tone as we are. So how did we really, really get here? What really happened?
Well, I don't really. You know what? I think
Uh-huh.
like in America, there's a history of that.
Yes.
I think this is a genesis. You know where this whole thing came. So they, uh, uh, I don't know if Africans got that from the US and then they started using that as a beauty standard. I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
I think it's just worldwide because I
It's
remember somebody was telling me about how in India, perhaps I don't know, you guys have to correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah,
They if you have a darker shade, then I don't if you have a darker
yeah,
if you have a darker shade, then people that are lighter than you may sideline you somehow, something like that. And then let's take for example our own musicians, they all go for light skinned people. So I'm not saying no, those are the people that just an example, like everyone is associated with lighter kind of yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know, so how do we navigate to a place where a dark person like me believes in themselves and they tell themselves they're still beautiful in their skin, and tell them that okay, you don't need this shade for you to say, oh, alisamba. Alisamba means this person is, what do you how do you say, would you say it in English?
Uh,
Because that phrase is mostly used in Zambia, and
yeah,
it's just to say, oh, this person really has leveled up, like this
yes,
person looks really nice
yeah.
because of having a different shade of skin shade than before. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Uh, you know, you know what? Perhaps
Hmm.
like like whatever happened in the US where like there was all these sororities
Yeah.
where yeah where they actually did a brown paper test
Yes.
where
Yes.
you are darker than the brown paper, God way you are lighter.
Crazy, right?
God,
Hmm.
but again, um I am going to talk about because I feel like I've only been dark. Okay,
Hmm.
a darker person, but
Yeah.
because of uh, uh, my biracial kids, I
Hmm.
have I feel like I have been on different spectrums of whatever color.
Yeah, I wanted to talk more about that. Like you are an interracial couple,
Yeah.
and your experiences are really, really cardinal. Like, how has it been?
Yes, it's funny because uh it just seems like some people like you because
Yeah,
some people like you because you're darker, some people
yeah,
hate because you're darker, some people hate you because you're
yeah,
lighter. So
yeah.
it's just it's crazy out there.
Hmm. Hmm.
I've been with my kids experience, like
Hmm.
there's people that okay, I'm just going to throw this out.
Yeah,
I am saying that's what I believe in. There's some
yeah,
people that think that especially back home, I'm talking about back in Africa,
yeah,
where like some people would say like, oh, they are so pretty because they are lighter and things like that, and then
yeah.
they hold them in high regard, like uh, um, you know, like privileges. Like I know they did face, some special privileges because they are on the lighter side. However, there is always some people that bullied them because they are lighter, and they would call them all sorts of names. So this is what I had to deal with. I don't know, like here in Canada, I don't face that a lot, but back home in Africa, there's all these people that had these mean names, like, chitomato, half baked, oh, all sorts of names, all sorts of, and like, really, I have brought up my kids to not to look down on whoever because of their skin color. Uh, so my kids had Indian friends, they had black friends, they had white friends, like biracial friends, like everyone, all
Mhm.
across the board had their friends, different colors, different whatever, different
Yes.
races. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I've instilled in them,
Yes.
because they look past. I've taught them to look past the skin color, and you have to look at the, like, what the person
The
is,
person.
uh, side, right?
Yes. Yes.
And the reason why I actually said be on the app, let's not blame it on the test that the American had.
Yeah.
These are kids that are by kids.
And
These
kids don't know color.
are, I don't know where they're getting from.
Yeah,
I
because they hear it from us. When they are growing, like when they're growing up, they are babies. They don't know a baby will embrace everyone. Okay. Maybe
Yeah,
this could be a white kid or a black kid. They don't know white and black. They just know who's taking care of me. This person is taking care of me. That's all they know. So when they grow up and they start finding new people talking about skin color, talking about white, black, yellow, blue, red, whatever, they pick it because they are kids. They're learning whatever they hear. They want to practice, and they'll say it as it is. So they'll learn from you people. So what you do is what they get. So if you talk about colors, they'll also lean towards whatever you're talking about because they
yeah,
are kids. But when they are babies, they grow up like before they start understanding, they don't know no color.
yeah,
So when they are able to understand, like 3 years and up, maybe three is too young, maybe 4 years and up, then they start hearing from people talking about color. Oh, this is black. Oh, this one is white. This is yellow. This is green, whatever. And they pick it from you, you know.
yeah. I know. So yeah, because, like, I'm about Zambia. This is what I heard in Zambia. Oh,
Mhm.
adiupa umwana akashika, right? Like it goes
Yes,
by umusuma akashika, right?
yes. Hmm.
Yeah. Or uh perhaps they are married to someone that's darker. Ah,
Yeah.
eh, adifita. Umusuma but adifita. That, yeah, that
Eh,
adifita, but
not okulandad. Oh, you know what? If he told you.
musuma but adifita.
Hmm.
That kind of thing. Like,
Hmm.
what kind of compliment is that?
Yes, and there was this TikToker. I'm not really, I'm not keen with TikTok. I don't know a lot about TikTok. And then there was this trend where our people like were laughing at this girl from Sudan
Oh yeah,
because yeah, okay, she's. I don't want to talk about how she is or how she takes care of herself. No, I just want to pick up the comments of the shade. Okay, the skin tone. her skin tone because it came out. People talked about it. Okay. So this is how much we don't love ourselves. This is how much we hate. Look, this is a dark skinned girl,
Yeah.
okay, who doesn't bleach in any way. Of course, people may have had other issues concerning her looks, but that's not in anybody's place, you know. Anybody's place to say, oh, you indoti, uyachitashani. As long as someone is old enough to take care of themselves, let that not be your headache. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about it now because at this the type of skin she has came up. See, Karifita, and a lot of people were talking about her. Look, this is a human being, and your comments may seem
And
funny.
to cut you short,
Yeah,
there's one video that she made, and then like she was talking to Zambian lady. I
yeah,
asked, and then she just encouraged people like to state like, you know, you go ahead and state it and whatever,
yeah,
whatever. And
yeah,
so there's some of the things that she said that I didn't agree with, and being a Zambian woman, I
mhm,
didn't agree with. I attack her personally.
yeah,
Uh, I didn't say anything about you know where she comes from, where she lives, where she the kids that she has and whatever, and her complexion. But
yeah,
I attack with the things that she talked about, like,
yeah,
okay, like, you Zambian ladies, are you heartbroken? Are you okay? Are you whatever? Are you suffering? Or you want whatever?
yeah,
So the things that I stuck with. Yeah.
yeah,
So I know exactly who you're talking about. Anyways, go ahead.
yeah. Because it's you're talking about someone, and you may seem funny, but you don't know the words that you are using, how they'll get to that person, and how the words will affect that person. So
Yeah.
that is why it's not in anybody's place to talk about somebody in such a manner, like on social media, because there's a lot of bullying on this app or
Yeah.
on the internet. So
And,
it may
and
seem
you know,
funny, and then you want to namumueva, alo am tontong kanya pokungan. So me, I'm like this. Even
they're
when
not,
they didn't know
not
the word like that.
attacking a person over something they have no control
No
over.
control over.
Not
Exactly.
like, I've just made it a principle in my life. I don't attack anybody or talk about something that
Yeah.
another person has no control over. That
Yeah.
that person was born that way. She didn't.
Let me say hi to somebody. I
Yeah.
haven't been on YouTube for a long time, and then I have seen a friend of mine that I haven't seen in a very long time. Hey, Thunder Scorpion. Hi. I'm so happy to see you. Yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you for coming to my live. So this is just a late night chat. We're talking about skin color. We're talking about colorism, why people like lighter skin than darker people. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you. I'm happy to have you. Yeah. So yeah, Frida, I cut you short. You can go
No,
ahead.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
What did I do? What did I do?
I can still see and hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is attacking people over something they don't have control over. And
Hmm.
the colorism that we are talking about is actually equal to racism. I
Yeah.
know Black people, yeah, cry foul, or they complain about being uh, uh, like segregated or whatever.
Hmm.
But at the same time, here they are doing that colorism, because that is actually the same thing. Like, only you are segregating your own people.
Exactly. And it has to come, it has to start with us. Okay. So
Yeah.
if we ourselves don't love ourselves, how do we go out there and cry out to say, oh, white people are saying, oh, black people, they are segregating us, they are racist? How do we let them stop when we ourselves don't love ourselves? Like
Oh,
I'm picking on my own sister who's darker than me, or someone is picking on me because I'm a darker shade. Okay, someone says, "Oh, okay," or always putting some cream on myself to become lighter. So already I have defeated my own esteem. Okay,
exactly.
so how am I going to show the confidence? How am I going to have it to show it out there that okay, black, white, there's no difference. We are all human. We all have red blood. Do you get?
Yeah.
So it has to
And
start
then you
from
turn
me.
around,
Us. Yeah.
then you turn around and go change, alter your skin color, your own skin.
Mhm.
So like make it make sense. Like
Yeah.
that's me. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So it's
And
really it's really a battle that we have to fight ourselves before we include another race. Okay. So if we ourselves like the black race, I'll
yeah.
call black because this is how how it is.
Yeah. For
So
simplicity.
within ourselves, like I don't love my skin. How am I gonna stand somewhere confidently and speak against those people that are racist, that are saying, "Oh, black is like the inferiority, they're inferior," or something like that. So it has to be self love
Yeah.
as ourselves. It doesn't matter whether they're light skin, they're dark skin, as long as we're all black. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we don't love ourselves, and I
Yeah.
heard somebody told me, someone
Uh-huh.
said, I don't know you guys from Jamaica are gonna tell us this. Because someone from I met someone, I had a friend in Jersey who was from Jamaica. They said in Jamaica, there are two types of groups. Okay. There's a group that is light skinned and there's a group that is dark skinned. So it's like they don't really mix or
Yeah.
don't really like each other because they are different skin tones. Okay. The fact is we all black. I was so very I was really I was like, what? Oh my goodness, I have seen so many people. You guys, I'm so happy. Sweet pea. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming. I haven't seen you in a very long time. I know I have disappeared on YouTube, but I'm so happy to see you. So happy to see you, Sweet pea. Thank you for coming to my live. Juliet, I see you. Thank you, sis. You're not sleeping. Are you having Frida's time because she's 2 hours behind me in Canada? Which part of um what time zone are you using? Because I see you are still awake. Yeah, or you studying. Thunder says it's the Willie Lynch syndrome in America. The one you spoke about, Frida, remember? That treated lighter slaves better than darker slaves.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
happens with darker skin not accepting lighter skin and vice versa. Really, that's so true. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
And oh, Juliet says it's 10:13. Okay, you are 1 hour behind me. So Frida is on a different time zone because she
Yeah.
is 2 hours behind me, and you guys are both in Canada. Yeah. So Juliet, you are dark skinned like we are. You are not light skinned, you are like us. Yeah.
Dark chocolate.
It's 10:14 Central Time. Oh, okay. Tanya, you are Texas time, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, they're 1 hour behind us. Yes, sweetie, I'm still here. I'm sure the children have grown. Oh, yes, they have. They have, sweetie. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I have to come back because so much has happened, but I'll be. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much for coming to my live. Yeah. So, yeah. So you were saying something about, yeah.
I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
No, I think we were talking about what Tanda was talking about, like Tanda's comment, where he was talking about the Lynch syndrome, where people like the slaves were treated differently, like those that were darker were not preferred, the lighter ones were preferred
And
to the darker ones. Yeah.
unfortunately, people have subscribed to that standard of beauty, and that's what they've run with, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that men, some men just want to date or marry like like lighter skinned women. Okay, if you're darker, no, you are not getting love right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very sad. And that is happening like in Jamaica, in North America, in Africa. People, especially in Africa, they get a little money, they all go for, because
Mhm.
they hold the uh the lighter skinned as
Mhm.
premium. So
Yes.
they are going to marry those people that are light skinned. And
Yes.
yeah, darker skinned, we are at the
You know,
bottom.
that reminds me. That reminds me. There was one YouTuber that
Yeah.
I watched. I can't remember her name and her channel, but I
Uh-huh.
came across this video. This is a dark skinned lady, okay, beautiful like this. She was like, I only hoped to marry a white man because no black man approached me ever
Yeah.
because I'm so dark, okay. So I thought to myself that this is so unfortunate, you know. Yeah. So it's just what we're talking about. Like, why would you prefer not to approach this person because they are dark? I know people have preferences, and people, like you have put it, people prefer to associate themselves with a lighter skinned kind of a person or a woman. Like I was saying, back home, we have musicians, with all the musicians that we know have light skinned women.
Yeah.
Light skinned women, light skinned women, light skinned women, light skinned. So there's something that is really going on that we all ought to fight ourselves before we call anybody a racist. That's
Yeah.
what I can say. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the same, like the same YouTuber that you've talked about. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I was, kind of the same way. I
Yeah.
I doubted if I would ever find some love out there, because
Yeah.
yeah, like the people that I played with at school, at home, they got more attention than I did. Okay, this person could be looking like Miss Piggy, like
Yes.
yeah. But then, as long as they've got a lighter color, skin color, then they are good. Then they are beautiful.
Yeah. The
They've got
attention is everywhere. Yeah. No, we all have experienced that. And you find that oh, this light skinned girl is, is the one everybody's going to, oh, this one, and they are known, and and they are preferred by so many people than
yeah,
these. Yeah. So I don't know how we're gonna fight this, because you cannot call someone to say, oh, this person is calling me dark or black, when we all already experience it within ourselves. So it's really, really hard.
you know what? I think that is not going away anytime soon,
Mhm.
because it has sort of ingrained in other people, such that like we are fighting sort of a losing battle. Like
Yeah.
it start um, with a mindset, with the like loving yourself. I
Yes.
myself, I love my color such that, hey, there's no money in the world that
Yes.
offer me to say, go bleach your
Yeah.
skin. Yeah. I, you
Oh,
know,
Juliet, you want to join the live? Okay, let me paste the. I'll have to paste the thing in the comment section. How do I do that? Okay, Juliet, let me send it to Frida. Please go ahead. I'll send it to your WhatsApp. Okay.
okay. So, um, like, I saw a video where like someone was talking about, you have to be open minded, and I figured, uh, there's these people that don't look at the shade of your color of your shade of your skin. They love you, they would like you regardless. And so I'm like, and these are the whitest people, the lightest people they are in the world. So I went ahead and I married somebody that will not judge me on the skin color, right? So
Yeah, Juliet, I sent it to your WhatsApp. You can join. So Sweet Pea say, Chile, what about where you were raised? Were white people placed on a pedestal and the black people willingly allowed to take place? Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, 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 a million times. All the time. That's what happens all the time. Yeah. So yeah, so this is what happens. If they see a white person, look, I worked for Habitat for Humanity, huh? So this is what used to happen. So I'll have a lot of volunteers come, immediately take them to a certain place. People will be, wanting to touch them. People will think that, oh, these people have money, and people will think all sorts of, all those things. So this is what I used to tell them, to say, you people are volunteers, you've come here, you have the light skin, and everyone thinks you are special. So in your thinking that you are special, you have to, minimize. Don't do what you're not supposed to do, because already you are perceived as important people than them. So they'll prefer these people to say, oh, they are special, they are more special than us and stuff. what's your yeah, so yeah, what's your pasta? Yeah, so that's what used to happen all the time, all the time. Even now, we do have white people that live in Zambia. They say, "Oh, kujani kubasungu, oh abasungu," and every time you're referring to something that is special, you say, "Oh, if a lifestyle is good," they say, "Oh, but kwati basungu," meaning they live a lifestyle like white people. Okay, so white people is always the way you have put it, Sweet Pea. It's they're always on the pedestal. Yeah, we put them high up there. Yeah,
yeah,
I
okay.
have been hanging out in the Kenyan community, and some of those people only want to be seen by Muzungu. Yeah, meaning white. How can anyone black choose color over their own? Yes, and Sweet, this is another argument for another day. It's another topic for another day. So
Yeah,
there's a whole lot of reasons why people prefer to go for the white race than our own. Okay? So
yeah.
it's another topic for another day. Why? Because it's a lot of reasons. Okay, they may be right to say, okay, I want to only date white people. They may be wrong in another way, but it's a very big topic on its own. Yeah. So
And
when you see
sweet pea,
a lot of
uh,
Kenyans,
okay, just a sec. And sweet pea, make sure you join when we do this topic because I'm one of them. I
Yeah,
found it.
she is one of them. Okay. However, I'm on the other side. So you guys are supposed to be here. So it's all a lot whole it's a lot of reasons why people choose the other way. And I agree with them. I don't really say, oh no, because they do have reasons and there are a lot,
Yes,
you know.
but
Yeah,
it's
like we are
them.
saying,
Don't
if
agree.
yeah, like what Frida said, and that's what that YouTuber said, to say if the black race, your own race, cannot recognize you, so
Yeah,
what do you do? Okay, what do you do if somebody else, like another race, is there and they recognize you, to say, oh, okay, this is a beauty. Oh, what a beauty I've seen, but your own race, however, wants only the light skinned
yeah,
people. This is what really happens. And before I go away, I want to finish all she was saying. Where does all this stem from? Chile. Let's look deeper into this. Who is to blame? Who has told generations of people that we are less than and they are more than? Yes, this is why I said this is another long topic. It's a long discussion. It's another topic we have to pick up, Frida. You have to take note of that.
yeah,
Does bleaching one's skin mean they want to be accepted as white? No, they want to be accepted because they want to pop out, because they are black. They think they are not thin, so they have to bleach the skin to fit in, or to think to be in the category of beautiful. Okay, so
yes,
they have to, you can't be called beautiful with my skin. Okay, people don't usually say that. Yeah,
yeah,
so we have Steven. Steven says, Sweet pea, true. It seems weird to me too. Maybe because they might have more money and more power. No, 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 guys. That's what I'm saying. It has to start with us, because if we ourselves don't love ourselves to an extent where you go and change your skin color, it means you want to tell the other person that I want to be like you. So why
yeah,
do you want to be like this when
yes,
you have your own way of, you are your own person and different from the other person. So why do you want to be close to them, or why do you want to be them? So that's another hot topic for another day. So, Sweet Pea again says, I have dated various races and never changed who I am as a Black woman. Many of my friends changed their entire identity to fit in. That's very true.
yeah.
It's not only your friends. You
Not to
wanna
cut,
come in?
not to cut you short. Sweet says, let's say, the other race, like if you talk about the white and this, yeah, they actually prefer you, your dark color, than you bleaching your skin. For example, my husband, when he just sees like some lotion, maybe it's not even skin lightening or anything, but if it just looks a bit like maybe it looks like that way, then he's like, why are you bleaching your skin? I'm like, no, I'm not bleaching my skin. Like, this is just a lotion, nutrition lotion that I bought. And like, yeah. So my husband prefers that I maintain my skin, and there's no doubt about it. And I know that
Okay.
they
We have Juliet with us. Yeah.
yes,
Hi, finally. Hi, how are
Yeah,
you?
I'm so
good.
sorry. We kept talking and reading. I couldn't see the notification over there.
Oh, okay. Conhece a Buino?
Yes. Yeah. So pick it up, Frida. Welcome, Juliet.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sis.
Before I let you speak, Juliet, let me just finish my sentence, well, my whatever, before I lose my train of thought. I was
Okay,
saying,
yeah, sure.
yeah, I was saying it just Well, actually boils down to like a mindset and how like you are as a person, how you are comfortable in your own skin.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you go as far as changing your skin, your tone, uh, like okay, first of all, what you doing? You are doing it for other people, or you're doing it for you. Because if you are doing that for other people, then there's something fundamentally wrong with you. All right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you are the one that's going to face the consequences. You know, if you talk about skin cancers and whatever, whatever, I don't want to get into all that. But
Mm.
all I'm saying is like, let's learn to appreciate what we got, uh, rather than these beauty standards that people set up. Okay, see that even the flowers God has created. So take for example a rose, like rose flower. What
Yeah.
color we see of rose flowers?
Yeah.
See yellow, we see white, we see red, we see maroon and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
God loves variety. This is the reason why He has created people with different skin tones, skin colors.
And it's so funny that we all have different skin tones. Like the Indians have their own skin, the Chinese have their own tone, and we all do have our own. Mr. Ziambo, thank you so much for coming to our live. You are welcome. And if you have anything to say, please just comment down below and we'll read your comments. Yeah, so you can pick it up, Frida.
Yeah. So let me just finish my sentence. I
Yes,
was saying that God loves variety.
yes.
And once we understand that, then
Mm-hmm.
I think that may come close to sorting out the problem. Although, like I said, it's here to stay. Like it's people will always be people. People will always
Yeah.
be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sweet Pea is very happy to see the three of us with the same skin tone. Yeah. So she says, I want you, Juliet, to answer this one. How
Yeah.
do you panel feel about your natural hair versus wigs, extensions, etc.? Why do we, as Black women, wear every other fake texture of hair? And few other races wear our type of hair on their heads. Yeah, this is so funny. So this year, I told myself I'm not gonna put on no wig. I have so many, but I have never this year. I've never worn nothing. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna embrace my hair this year. Yeah. So Juliet, please, your line of thoughts and whatever you have to add on this topic.
Okay. So, I'll start with the question that she just asked Dapa about
Yes.
the
There
why
we.
we why we put on wigs. To be honest, I've never, it's only when I see it online when people go like when people are commenting like, oh, why are you wearing fake hair, or why
Yeah.
do you feel the need? Why can't you just be in your natural hair and everything like
Yeah.
that? Okay, I'll say, kwambia fukubwaiche, my hair was always braided. My hair
Yeah.
would always be braided. I
Yeah.
grew up like that, so I never really stayed with my natural hair,
Mm-hmm.
for a long period of time until Naisap to when I cut it on my own and I
Mm-hmm.
decided to start keeping natural. I
Yeah.
went the natural way, tried to maintain it. Natural is a lot of work. It's not
It is a lot
easy.
of work. Yes.
So I said, no, I'll just be weaving my hair. It was easier like that for me to go to school with weaved hair. And yeah, that's how I just love wigs just like that. But it has nothing to do with me trying to feel like I'm going to be
Like you
close
look
to
better.
the.
You looked
Yeah,
better
no,
in weeks.
it's
Yeah.
just, it's always been maintenance. It's here in Canada where I have suffered with my natural hair that I don't. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll even say this. I haven't been to a salon from the time I came here. I
Yeah.
tried to, but madongo dongo because they didn't know my
I
hair
know.
type.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't know
Same
my
with
hair
me.
type.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I found Okobachi Temishi where they do hair is kind of far from my place. So I always think in my head, should I go there? I have to make appointments. I have kids, that kind of a thing. So it doesn't
Yeah.
really work right now, and I don't care about it. So I would braid my hair or put on a wig.
Mhm.
That's how it
Yeah.
works for me. That's how it
Yes,
works,
and
and
it's really hard. And the fact that it's very expensive to maintain natural hair over here.
yeah,
And we will do it generally. People decide to wear wigs better than their hair, our own hair, because they think and feel that
yeah,
they would look better. Okay. They'll look well, like they'll look presentable, more
something
presentable with fake hair
nice.
than
Yeah,
our own. That's
true.
the reason why we wear these wigs, sweet pea. That's the reason. And if someone is having hair like mine, they'll say like, this one is very dirty, they have categorized, I think, let me read what Thunder says. The perception of beauty, but now I see more embracing their. Did he start from somewhere? I have been with white women only physically, but couldn't be in a relationship. The perception of beauty, but now I see more embracing their natural hair. But although I see it as a style, but like Badu said, oh yes, okay, Arika Badu said, you can still have natural hair and have a processed mind. Of course. So you cannot define yourself over how, this kind of look would um the perception around the kind of look from these processed with natural what is this, the processed hair versus natural hair, and say, oh, because I look like this, it's about your mind. How is
Yeah.
your mind? That's what
Okay.
Sandra is talking about.
Before I lose my thought, let me just add on to whatever you are saying when whatever Juliet has said. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't think that we can equate bleaching to wearing extensions or treating your hair or anything, because treating your hair and bleaching your skin are two different things. While you bleach your skin, it may actually be damaged permanently, while doing your hair, like the extensions, you can take them off anytime. You don't change, you don't alter anything,
Yeah.
right? So this is the
Yes.
reason why you see black women, like, they change hairstyles all the time, because
Yeah.
this is something that aesthetically maybe looks like how you want to look on that particular day. If you want natural hair, you wear natural hair. If you want extensions, wear extensions. But if you altered your skin, would you be able to look darker one day? Probably
Yeah.
not. Yeah. So, anyways, that was just my
Yeah,
thought.
and there's some processes are so scary where they have to put themselves in a certain thing,
Yeah.
maybe kind of temperature, high temperature kind of, and then they are peeling off the skin. Oh my goodness, do these people love themselves or what? What's really goes on? Like 90%, I'll say 90% of the people that I knew are no longer the way I look. They say Adisamba. I'm sorry, I'm gonna use this word for you Americans. It means this person has really, what
Back.
can I say? Back
Level.
leveled up. She looks so good because she has
True.
changed her skin tone and she looks so nice, okay? Because she's
Mm.
lighter than she was, okay? So, and they call this one dirty, to say, oh, this one is dirty. I'll say dirty. And because oh my god, the skin, like, I can peel off some of the skin off just to have that one which is smooth and lighter. So yeah, it's really a struggle. It is.
Yeah.
Now, Sweet Pea says, I think about the money used for salon. I know. Imagine using the money for some type of business. Chile, as you know, we love business endeavors. Okay, yes. You sipping your tea? Okay, okay. Is it your mint tea? I know you are a mint tea person. Yeah. Yes. So that is true. Salon is something else. So salon, whether you have natural hair, like Juliet was saying, like where we come from, it's very, very easy to do your hair every 2 weeks because the hair there is affordable. You go to the salon, you change your style. Personally, I used to do my hair every 2 weeks. I'll go to the salon. Okay, I want this hair type of hair in my head. The next time you say, oh, I want again every 2 weeks. Yeah. So your hair will always be clean, your hair will always not really, yeah, clean and neat. Okay, but over here you cannot afford to go to a salon every 2 weeks or every month because it's really expensive to pay for your hair, to have your hair braided, to do it's really expensive. So when Sweet Pea says, I think about the money used for the salon, of course I can use that money to do my business somewhere. It's a lot of money. Now talk of wigs. If it's only like braiding costs you around $300, okay? Now talking about wigs, okay? You need a wig. A good wig will not cost you less than anything like $500 just to buy a wig, okay? A nice wig, and then you pay for someone who's gonna do it, to fix it, someone who's gonna do whatever. So you spend maybe around close to 1,000 for you to have a wig on your head in America, okay? So if that's why Sweet Pea, Sweet Pea is already doing the math to say this money I can use it. I can use it for my, some business activity somewhere. Yeah. So this is what we're talking about. We have to love ourselves. Okay. Even if you were to do your hair and natural hair, it will cost you less than it would if you would go for the wig. You have to buy a nice wig which will last you for some time. It will cost you 1,000. So that's another expense on yourself. Yeah. So again, when you bleach your skin, it's maintenance, guys. Every time you have to make sure that your skin is on point, because if you don't maintain the skin, it will start having different types of shades. Here it's dark, here it's black, here it's white. So that's another expense on your side. It's really crazy. Yeah, Frida, do you have another line of thought?
Yeah, just about the breading. Uh,
Yeah,
that actually has a little bit of history to it. I know, like, like, over the years that has been
yeah,
commercialized, but it was used as a social, gathering kind of thing. Like, maybe like the mother got like close to the kids, the girls,
mhm,
and they were raiding each other and stuff like that. So that has a long standing. It has been there for a very long time. The,
yeah,
this has not just come about today, but over the years, obviously, we have seen that it has been commercialized. We are talking of, like, in North America, just doing hair. I just, carry my hair like this because
yeah,
it's expensive. Uh, they, they are not even doing it right, right? And
yeah, yeah.
you are paying a lot of money. And so, like, it's,
Yeah,
e-
because we are from Africa. So when we say we are from Africa, it means we grew up braiding our own hair. Like someone knows how your hair texture is, they know how to do it right. And so many people have been doing the same types of hair. So they have experience. So
yeah,
it comes out like really nice looking. And then you come here, then you pay like $300, then the hair is not nicely done. And then you start thinking, comparing how much you paid when they did a better job where you come from than what you pay now. So that's how come now people opt for wigs, because a wig will cover everything.
Yeah.
Because you pay $300. Like, if I go back home, I'll do maybe braids, the long braids, maybe they'll cost me less than $20. Okay. They'll cost me less than $20. Yeah, Frida. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those, and they'll last for a very long time because they are nicely done and, with perfection. When I say perfection, I mean perfection. And then here I look at $300 and say, oh, $300. And then when I go, they don't do the job as someone would if I were to do it back home for $20. You see, so it's so funny. And that's how people now opt for wigs to say, okay, if I do a wig, I'll wear it. I'll be wearing I will be wearing the wig now and again, and it's cheaper. Yeah. So Thunder says, if you want good hair care products. My daughter makes her own oil. Great results for natural hair. Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
really nice. And would like to you can post the link for your those products over here. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
just post it here
Yes.
so that people that are here can see, and I would like to see it too because I have myself and my girls. Okay, so we have three heads to deal with. Yes, and so are these guys over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does this channel have YouTube channels? I'll come and yes, Thunder, they do. So this is Juliet's Space and this is the Tate family. So they both have YouTube channel. Yes.
Yeah.
They do. You guys can drop your channels in the comment section so that people can subscribe to you and vice versa.
All right.
Let's see. On the chat. Am I able to type
Yes,
here?
on the chat. Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah,
okay.
on the comments. You can, yeah, I think it will go to the I think so. Try, we see.
Yeah. I'm just trying
Oh,
to.
just write the name of the channel, right? Let me do that.
Yes, that's the name of the channel or the link, even better. Yeah. Yeah, so that's that. It's really crazy. It has to start with ourselves. It's a pity that a lot of people have lost their own melanin, they lost their color because they have to look a certain kind of way. So, oh,
Mm.
this person, oh, that person, oh, this light person. And it's so funny. My mom is really light, yeah, and then me, I'm really dark.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
it's it's funny. Like she was born that way. I was born this way. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
My grandma was also very light. There,
yeah,
so in our family we are mixed. Others
yeah.
are
Me
light, others
too.
are dark. My mom
Yeah,
was dark. I am dark. Her brother that follows her is dark. The other ones are light. They're remaining as
yeah,
they're all light. You see, their kids
yeah,
also. Others are light. Others are dark. That's how we
yeah,
just come out mixed, just like that. But
yeah.
yeah,
It's so funny. Yeah, like my grandma was very very light. She was like maybe a colored. That's how I
yeah.
would say. We call here. I don't know what they call them. I need to learn these things. I don't know what they call them.
They
The
call
from
them
Africa.
molado or molato
Okay.
or
Yes.
mixed biracial.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. She was really really light. Yeah. So my mom took it from her. Then her sister and her brother. Then other people were the other brothers were dark. So it's so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. So and even these people, the light people, carry themselves in a certain way, like they are special. Yeah, they are
Yeah,
special
because
than the others, and they get away with a lot of things.
yeah, and it's because you know what? I think it's because society has allowed that. And like we are
Yeah,
saying, um, growing up in a certain, even where we come from back, I'll talk about back at home, Zambia, because that's where the experience is.
yeah,
You know that okay, if this person is light, this is the person that everybody wants to go for. because that person is the lighter person. Especially in schools, you would see this stuff. Like the ones who were so popular are the ones who were so light. Okay.
Yes.
Then
In,
you
in
did also
class.
okay, you also did have some who were dark who were popular. But if you see the stuff they were doing, you
Mhm.
would almost ask yourself and say, this person, are they trying to be noticed that much as well? Like
Yes.
trying to be a baddie so that everybody sees, okay, this is also a baddie, they can also be in that group, you know. And
Yes.
the guys who are dark, you'd always feel like you're second.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and it's something that nobody can
It
shy away
started
from
from
because it
actually
always
it started from primary school. You remember?
yeah,
Yeah.
you'd
Actually,
feel like
Sandra
that.
says, "Are all three of you from Africa? Which part?" Yes, we all
Yes,
from Africa and the
in
same
the same
country.
country. Imagine we're all from the same country.
Yes, we're all from the same
Yeah,
country. So these two are in
Zambia.
Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Frida,
different hemispheres.
what's this? Which part of Canada? Forgotten. Is it Ontario?
No, Alberta.
Oh, wait. Isn't Alberta closer to Manitoba here?
I know. Yeah,
It's closer, right?
we're in Edmonton.
Oh,
You should
okay.
be close because she's 1 hour behind me. You are 2 hours behind me. So you guys must be close to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So Kelly, welcome to our live. Kelly, I saw another comment of yours, but I don't know how I forgot to read it. So
Mhm.
um, Kelly says, "Oh, I hate colorism. My mom is browner than I am. I suppose complexion was something we never discussed. I seen the colorism in other family members and felt it was no different than racism.
Oh,
No, no, no,
yeah.
no. It's not different. It's
It's
not
not.
different. Yeah,
And you
this is
know,
what
the
we're talking
thing,
about.
yeah, and you know, we come from Kumia back home. I'm not gonna speak them because some people won't hear me. Yeah.
Yes,
So
most of them
back
are
home where we
Americans. They
come
don't
from,
want to understand. Yeah.
imagine it you're born in a family where even your own parents contribute to that.
Yeah.
Kufita, you're very dark.
Yes, they
Like
call you
every
the
time you
dark
do
one.
something, they'll call you, you're
Mm-hmm.
very dark, you're very this. I've seen people that do that,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm. All
calling a
the time.
child that
Mm-hmm.
or making fun of their skin color. You're too dark,
Mm-hmm.
you're too
Mm-hmm.
it starts from within the house. Even brothers and
Mm-hmm.
sisters fight. Like, oh, you're
Mm-hmm.
darker than me, you're very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it happens, you know.
Definitely.
And now we're trying to talk about how is this going to end. I don't like Frida said, I don't think it's ever gonna end because
No, it's a really it's a battle
it
that
becomes
we
a
have to fight.
generational thing. It's a
Yeah.
generational thing. So it's passed on, it keeps on going, you
Yeah,
know?
because if your mom keeps saying, "Oh, you will Kufita, you're a dark person, you are so dark," or whatever, so that child embraces that, and they'll also pick it up and tell whoever, "Oh, you're a dark person. Hey, what about Kufita?" And the way they raise people, children over there in Africa is
Yeah,
different from the way children are raised here. Yeah,
exactly.
so there's this kind of discipline and cursing that is there, though it doesn't seem like cursing. It is. If you tell somebody bad
Mm-hmm.
words, they say,
It
Iwe, you
is.
won't do nothing in life. There are parents that say that. If a child makes mistakes, they'll keep saying that, oh, you are so dark. That's why you
Mm.
never go anywhere in life. That's why you never achieve nothing in life. There are parents that say that, like back where we come from. And so that's the reason when I worked for this organization, we were teaching parents to navigate from that route of, being better parents, being using the positive kind of parenting where you encourage your children. Okay, they may be making mistakes, but if you keep scolding them, keep telling them negative words are very powerful. And if you keep telling them, oh, you're dark, you never go anywhere. Oh, you never do what? You never do what? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So children will come grow up like that. Say, oh, me, I'm dark. No one would love me. No one will come after me. So what do I do? And they carry that thing, and it comes out. And when you don't have the self-esteem, you don't have the confidence, it affects your life.
It
Yeah,
does.
it affects your life. And that's the reason that YouTube I was talking about said, you know what? It's not that I didn't want to fall in love with my own race. It's because my own race did not recognize me. Yeah. So you see, that's a
Mm.
lot of um that's a lot of negativity from us, from our own. Yeah. Unless you guys want to say something.
Yeah.
I can read people's
Yeah.
comments. CP says it is very disturbing to see some people of color who hate the skin they are in. So many, my
So
dear, so
many,
many.
so many.
There are so many people that are doing business. They are doing this business of skin
Skin
bleaching, and they
bleaching.
have millions of followers. So you think
Exactly.
to say, all these millions are going after this product. Okay, it's so sad. Yeah.
I
I would say it's
remember,
sad because
yeah,
yeah,
I remember I was in a situation where, just in college,
yeah,
um, I don't want to call them friends, but acquaintances that you are with at school, right?
yeah,
Yeah, but you would stay in the same place and everything. I remember they would always say, "Aba umeta bafaya bana kashaba fita." You know why? Because I was dark amongst everybody. I
you
was
see, and
dark.
that is answering some the
Yeah.
question that Frida Sweet Pea asked, to say why, because she hangs out with these Kenyan people,
Uh-huh.
and she found out that a lot of Kenyans are
Never.
hoping to marry white people. So that is one of the reasons I told her it's another topic for another day. It's a
Yeah.
big topic. So
Yeah.
that connects to what you're just saying. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
pick it up.
And they'll be like, aba umeta bafaya bana kashaba fita. Like
So
Filewa
meaning that
Samba,
you think so
you
meaning
know?
that
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna translate for that other people.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Meaning
it's
that
true.
men do not like dark skinned people.
Yeah.
Ladies. Yeah.
Dark skinned ladies. So
Yes.
but I would be bold enough and I would tell the person off. I said, Every man is different.
Yeah.
Men are different and they
Yeah.
prefer what they want. Now, you
Yes.
know what would hurt what would hurt them was this. The person they would really like would
Mm-hmm.
really go after me
Yes.
because it always happened like that. You
Yeah.
know, I okay, even just way back, people would approach me and tell me, Juliet, please never bleach your skin. Don't bleach
Mm-hmm.
your skin. You've got a nice black skin. I think
Mm-hmm.
that also helped a lot because I would be told that I never saw anything wrong with my skin because starting from young on, I'll be told you've got a nice black, nice black, nice black. But I always think about what about those people who are told you're not nice? Like what happens to them? It always made me have the thought of that.
Yeah.
I would sit down and think about it. And kuku, that's when you think about it so deep and you understand that
Yeah.
everybody needs that assurance because it will help you. It does help. It boosts your self esteem. It will boost you as a person. You would never even want to touch that bottle of cream. You would never
Mm-hmm.
think about changing your color. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you'll be walking around and people is like, your black is so nice. You've got a
Yeah.
nice black. And then
Yeah.
this other person, you find this group of set of people, they're telling you, no, men don't like girls who are black. And then your mind gets confused. But if you don't
So
have that
funny.
confidence,
Mm.
you would actually think that really men don't like girls who are black. And you just join the
And
bandwagon
to
and
pick
start.
it, that's
Yeah.
how psychology works.
Because a
And
lot of people
people
who came to
that are
school.
manipulative work
Mhm.
on your psychology to turn like to turn your minds the other way, the negative way, to center on the negativity. Yeah.
And
So
you know what?
let
A
me
lot of
let
people
me
I
read
met.
this one. Let me
Yeah.
read this one
Okay.
so you can connect it. Okay, Juliet.
Oh yeah.
Sandra says, if you are white, you are right. Brown stick Brown stick around. If you are black, step back. Is a saying in America from a long time ago. Yeah. So did you hear that? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can you connect your thoughts with that.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people are easily persuaded into bleaching now because they will tell you you need to look a certain, you need to look fair. Is it fair? Is it whatever it is they call it? I don't know what they're calling it. That's when you feel like you've
Yes,
really bathed.
at your back.
You have bathed and your skin looks clean. In short, the way I look, the way I'm dark, I'm dirty. I'm not
Yes.
clean.
Yeah, very dirty. Yeah.
I'm I'm not clean, in their eyes. If
Mm-hmm.
my skin was to change, I start looking. Yes, mama, my daughter is looking. Yeah. If my skin was to change color, then I would be now appreciated by the people around me. But I
Mm,
never let
oh, you look
those comments.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I never let those comments get to me at all. I always stood up and I would say what I said. And I said, men are
Yeah.
different. If you want, you can bleach from today until I don't know when, you know? So if your
Mhm.
man loves you bleached up, that's your own thing.
Yeah.
I knew a girl who was close to me then. She
Yeah.
was actually close to me. She was
Hmm.
bleaching. If I tell you the amount of products she was using, and
I
this
know.
girl was
Believe
light.
me, I
She
do.
was
Yeah.
very light, naturally light, but bleaching. I couldn't connect the two. I'm like, you're already light. Why are you bleaching? Every time walking with an umbrella around, every time hiding
Yeah.
from the sun. How
Because
do you walk around
yes,
like that? How do you walk
it's
around like that?
slavery.
You
Yes.
know? So I tell you, I just pray that we, the new Ife, us who are open minded right now,
Yeah.
if you have female children, it's your job as a parent to teach them and tell them to love their skin. Nobody will
Mm-hmm.
for you out there.
Mm-hmm.
People, yes, may talk, they can hear it around, but you as a parent, you're the first assurance they have at home. You have
Yes.
to talk about it. You have to tell
Yeah.
them you're very beautiful, you know?
Yeah. All the time. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to love your skin, especially us who live in these countries that are full of racism and everything as well. We're
Mm-hmm.
coming from home, colorism. We come here, racism. You see those two? So now you have a job to teach your kid and put them in a place where they understand that nobody should ever bring you down. You go to
Mm-hmm.
school, nobody should make you, because you might say, oh, um, you might think it's all good. All these schools I hear about and things happen and kids are being racist towards kids, saying
Yeah.
stuff, mean stuff they shouldn't be saying. You go to the administration tells you, oh no, we'll talk to the parents or we'll talk to him. They don't take it that serious because that comment, anything that has to do with race is a very bad comment. It
And you know
needs,
what? If
to
the,
me,
the,
if I was
the
a principal one day,
kid
I'll be given
the
stiff
kid learns
punishments
it
for
from
it.
the parents. That's what Frida and I were talking about earlier.
Exactly.
The kid did not get it from anywhere else. They got it from the parents. When children
It's
are
true.
born, they don't know no race. They don't know whites. They don't know black. They don't know green. They don't know gray. All they know is this person. Okay, this is
Yeah,
Juliet. This is Frida, and this is Charity. That's all they know.
exactly.
Okay, so when they grow up, they hear words from their parents, from their surrounding, from their
Mm,
interactions. They hear that, oh, these people are black. We cannot mix with them. Oh, these people
yeah.
are white. We cannot mix with them. They are not our
Mm,
friend. We can only mix with these people. So, kids pick it up like that. So
yeah.
that's how come now you see that we have these problems in school because those comments are not coming from the kids. They heard from their parents.
Parents,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
So, you must tell your kids to stand up for themselves at school, to be in a place
Yes.
where if somebody says anything to them, they will not
Hmm.
back down and cry, but they will tell off that person and
Yes.
tell that person, I love my skin, I love who I am, you know,
Yes.
and educate that person. They will
Yes.
educate that person on that day. Every time they'll meet somebody like that, they will educate that person, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Before you came, Juliet, we were talking about um, it's sort of a double-edged sword because
Hmm.
we find people that are lighter they are
Mhm.
hated. Some of them, it's either they are liked or they are hated because
Yes.
Mhm.
of their skin color,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So because my kids went through that at school, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, where some people really love them, like
Mm-hmm.
they would say everything and everything. But then there was another
The
group of people
that
that
hate them. Yeah.
pass like oh, so you are acting like a princess. You are not a princess. Like even when they are not acting a certain way,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
looked at as oh, why do you treat, why are you spoiling your kids, why and yet the same way Chile and you, Juliet, would treat your kids. You feel proud of your kids, like you know, oh hi, my princess, hi, things like that.
Yeah.
I dare to do that. I am spoiling the kids because they are biracial. Like so,
Yeah.
in
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You remind me of a topic that I watched this lady on TikTok. I don't know who she is. I just found it. She was
okay,
talking about she was talking about also the other part saying nobody ever talks. She was like she found out that nobody really talks about um the negative part of being light and what she's gone through, what she's faced. I think it
Mhm.
would
yeah,
be good one day if we can
I
get
know I
both.
from Jamaica, right?
No, no, no. She's from Zambia. She's a Zambian.
Oh, okay,
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 it's a Zambian.
She
Okay.
said, she said, when I was pregnant, I prayed that my kids would come out dark. I never wanted my kids to come out light. And it would puzzle you, go like, okay, because most of the
Everybody wants to
people,
be light. Why do you want to be
yeah.
dark?
But
Yeah.
I wish I can find her page again. But I remember she said nobody talks about what we go through. She said it would hurt me when people called me Zaelo and all that. They don't know how it affected me. And so they also have a part where they go through that you and I would never understand, you see?
yeah,
Because we
Yes.
are also on the other part where everybody talks about why our skin color is not that nice. She's also talking about her part, why her skin color
Yes,
feels
I
like a
remember.
curse to her, you
You-
know?
I remember we used to call them Zayelo. Everybody
Oh,
that is
yeah.
like to say, you're Zayelo, like that's their
I know.
name.
Mm-hmm. So she was
Yeah.
talking about why her skin color makes her feel like it's a curse and everything. I'm like, okay, I got a new
I,
insight of
Yeah,
how
that's a little
somebody
strange.
feels. And there were a lot, if you read the comments there were so many ladies that said, I
Oh,
wish I wasn't light. And I was like, yeah,
oh,
what is
okay.
going on here? And people were commenting what they've gone through, how people treat them differently in the family. It's like you're an outcast if you're the only light
I
person. You
know,
see?
Mhm.
I know.
So the person would be treated badly because they are light
Oh,
and
yeah, because there's this group of people who are dark who think, oh, this one is special, thinks that she's special just because
yeah,
she's light. So they'll
That
say,
yeah,
we get that person
can't
to, oh,
read.
you be alone because you are different from us.
Oh yeah. So I
Oh
was
my
like,
goodness.
uh, earlier on, this is the reason why Chile. I said I just feel like I've always been dark. This is the only thing that I know, dark chocolate, right? But I just feel like I've been on every spectrum of color. Yeah, because of my kids. I know I'm a dark chocolate. My kids are biracial. And like
yeah,
there's some things that I had to deal with because there's all these people that are kind of uh, not liking or jealous of the kids or envious or whatever. And it's so annoying. I had to be going to school all the time, like to talk to the principal. Why is this happening? Right? So
yeah.
yeah. So it's there's no winning.
I
No,
tell
there
you, there's
isn't.
nothing. I don't know
Yeah.
how.
Yeah, Candace says, let me see. Oh, we have so many comments, guys. Let me just take some time, a minute. Frida, are you able to read the comments? Or Juliet was able to read the comments?
Let me see. Let me try.
From
Finish the line. I have to. Let me
I
quick.
think from Kelly all the way.
Let's
From
see.
Kelly when where she says it may not end.
Wait. Oh. The bottom here. I'm trying to.
Okay, let me read it so you can pick it up from Sweet Pea. It may not end, but it can be actively fought against by uplifting individuals who face colorism. I agree. I agree. It has to start from within, from a household. Because, like Juliet says, there are parents who call their children dark. Oh, you dark girl, come here. That's why you're dark, or whatever. So it's really
Yeah.
has to start from a home. Love your children,
I'm
whatever
trying.
color they have, you love
Uh,
them, whether they are dark, they are lighter. You know, human is human. There's no one who has green blood or
no,
yellow
Mama. I've got
blood.
to
We
Dada.
all have red. Okay, so
Mm.
it's really important that we take everyone as important. Yeah. So Kelly, we have to start fighting from a home. Okay, from a home
Mm.
setup up to the community because a home is where everybody comes from. So if our homes are well, better foundation, good foundation, where the parents show love to the kids, whether they're black, whether they're white, whether they're whatever, they have a darker skin, they go out there in the community and, show confidence. So if they are broken from their own home, don't expect them to show some level of confidence out there. So it starts from there. And then a community makes up a country. A country makes up, the whole world. So it starts from there. So Sweet Pea says it's so much to absorb, so much even in families. If you are college educated, you get the best treatment from family. And for the others, they will always be the ones serving and doing labor. Let me tell you about this Sweet Pea. Maybe it's better in America, where we come from. Frida, you want to say, you want to pick it and tell her what happens in gatherings, whatever, you have no word if you
Yeah,
don't have that
you
education
are
and
not
money.
you are not educated, you are not college educated. Go to the left.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
it's worse. It's worse where we come from. Here you cannot be told, oh, you are the one serving the food, you're serving us. But where we come from, this is what happened. If there's anything happening, they will hold on and wait for this person. They'll wait. Trust me. Whether it's a funeral setting, it's a whatever meeting important, as long as you're not there and you have the education, you have the money, they'll wait for you. Whether you are supposed to do the funeral for 2 days, if you don't show up in the 2 days, they'll extend another day or two for you guys to wait for the person. So it's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
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 Eh, So another Scorpio says, oh, giving a thumbs up. So grateful that you gave a thumbs up. Thank you so much for coming. Further says, sometimes me and my sister are both college educated. We both make good money, but she makes more. And dollars can play into it too. A lot, Thunder, a lot. Like I'm saying, where we come from, it's even worse because you are the decision maker in the family. They cannot do anything without you because you have the dollars. Mm?
Yeah.
They'll wait for you. It doesn't matter how urgent the matter is, as long as you're not there or your word is not there. I'm telling you, no decision will be made without you. So this is how important, this is how it is. Even if someone who doesn't have money is talking sense, hmm, as long as they have no money, someone who's talking nonsense will be taken for a better person or giving better advice than the person who's really actually giving better advice just because they have no money. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. So it's everywhere. So Sweet Pea says, even to this day, I encourage some family to attend functions. A degree should not determine. Sorry, let me have some water. A degree should not determine for you to attend. Embarrassed of clothes, car, their look, etc. And we need to love ourselves. Oh my goodness, this happens everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but sweetie, uh, the thing that you are talking about, there is also a layer of people not being self-confident in themselves. This is the reason why they hold back, and they are like, maybe those people that don't have money, they are just they are they they're just jealous of people that are doing better. Okay. And it's sort of a two-edged sword, I would say that way, because there's always people that are maybe not educated, but then they feel jealous of people that are. And so this is the reason why at family functions, there's always that thing, those cliques where some other people say that are not educated because they feel self pity for themselves, and they go in the corner, they start talking about the people that are doing better, right? I really think so. That's
Yeah.
yeah,
And what Sweet Pea is talking about is, I'm sorry, I'll have to turn off my camera for a bit for now. What Sweet Pea is saying is that in families, this happens back home too. Oh, what car do they drive? Oh, this one drives a big car. This one, there's
Mm,
levels of poverty and levels of wealth. That is,
mm.
you are categorized. Okay, these ones don't drive. They are a certain level. These ones only drive types of cars. They will be in another category. These ones are
Wash
for the
the grapes.
these
They're
ones
not
are for
washed.
the, what is this? The
Yeah, wash
twin
the
car.
grapes. Give me the small
Yes.
grapes.
So it's really crazy. Yeah, Julie, do you have something to say?
I didn't ask for Xander's block. Even no, I asked him for his. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So what did Thunder say? It used to be, especially with athletes, when you got to a point of money and fame, a lot would get a white woman because they were seen as a trophy. This happens till now, Scorpion. This happens now because you find that this person is from a very, very humble beginning and they get the fame. Guess whom they go for? We are not being racist here. They go for white people. Yeah. They go for white people. They go for people that would not even recognize them in their state before, you know. So it's a state of I don't know what we can say. It's our own mindset. A lot of athletes, even now, like we were saying, Frida and I, where we come from, a lot of musicians are married to light skinned girls.
yeah,
Like maybe 100, maybe 70 or 80 out of 100 are married to light skinned girls. Yeah.
Good night. Love you.
So it's something. Now, Thunder continues to say, now you see white women turning, getting Botox in their lips, bat injections. Imagine. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's a crazy world. Okay, you have this, so I can. Yeah, because I was asking myself, why do these people, as we are dark, we want to be light, and they want to turn their skin? So it's something else. Yeah. Then Sweet Pea says, I notice with my daughter, she alters her voice tone when she hangs around a certain group and change it back with a certain group. I don't like it. She says I'm overthinking. She is 15. No, Sweet Pea, you're not overthinking. You have to be on her like you picked it. For me, that's fine. You have to tell her to say you love yourself, you love your accent as it is, you love the way you speak because that's who you are. You're not gonna change. If you find this set of people, you change to this, so then who are you? They have to know that you're this person. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you guys have something to say before we move on to the next question.
Juliet, go ahead.
Oh, let me put a bit of volume. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I think we have a big.
Juliet, before you start, I want you to answer this question, okay?
Okay, yeah,
Somebody asked.
sure. Oh,
Glenn,
the.
Glenn, that truth says, do you all think being with a white man is an upgrade? So I want you to answer that one.
Okay, I'm not going to answer.
Then Sweet Pea says,
Let me even
a
laugh.
upgrade to what?
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
then,
exact.
upgrade what?
I'm
yeah,
laughing because you know what? I'll give you a scenario.
yes,
Um, there's this there's this lady. Yeah. Mm, she wanted us to be friends, right? But then I noticed she was not comfortable around my husband. Okay. So I saw it at first, and then the second time, then she passed comments. She started passing comments. You know where she would say, um, when something happens at work, because where she was working and everything, she was the only black person there. And then she came home ranting. She didn't know that he was downstairs. He didn't go to work that day. So she came home. She came home. I allowed her to come in. And then she was like, these people, you know how they behave. I hate them. What? And her country where she comes from, even in our country, this is how they behave. And she said a lot of, a lot of stuff. Now, that aside, I just wanted to give you a scenario. That aside, there's a time she had asked me and said, um, well, if you didn't have money, I don't think you would have married him. I don't know what we were talking about. She passed it in a way that if you're not careful, you don't catch it. Okay. She passed it in
yes.
a way that you have to be a person who's alert to get what she was trying to say.
But Julia,
So
let
I
me before you
collected those
before you
two.
go on,
Yeah.
let me say this. I want you to connect it. We
Yeah.
all know, okay? We all know, and where we come from, everybody sees white people as sign of wealth. They think every white man is a rich man. Okay? So when someone tells you, oh, if he
Yeah.
didn't have money, you wouldn't have married him, it is coming from a thought that every white man is a rich man, and every time you marry a white man, you get rich. Okay? Because you just be sleeping on your bed full of dollars, full of whatever pounds or euros. You step on euros. You go to the bathroom, you're bathing in euros, in dollars, in whatever. This is the perception that we have. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
That we have from where we come from.
can I just say something about that? I think
Yes.
mostly it's the different lifestyles that we have. All right. Like if you talk about white people and where they come from, having a fridge in the house is a necessity, not a luxury.
Exactly.
Of the house is a necessity, not a luxury. Having a car is a necessity, not a luxury. While, like back home, there's people that have never owned a fridge, they've never owned a stove, they've never owned a car. And so, like, to them, they perceive that as being rich or being having money, because obviously buying those things cost some money, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I think mostly, like, even for me, dealing with white people, this is what I have come to know. I have come to conclude. It's just
Yes. And then they'll tell you to say, oh, you have money because you married a white man. They don't know that even white men work and sweat for their money, and they have regular jobs like we do. Of course, some people have money, but it doesn't mean it just comes. They've worked for it. Or maybe it's something to do with um you pass it on to it's a family business, some kind of, so it's a lot of education
it's
that
just
needs to be done.
it's actually simple things as the what you eat, right? While back home they only eat like the staple, like the cornmeal, shima, and whatever, where you are eating different, like this white person is eating different things like the rice, the potatoes, and whatever. To them, that's a muzungu food, white food. Wow, if you wanted to, you can eat that, and there wouldn't be any problem. So
Yeah.
it all boils down to the different lifestyles.
Yeah.
And again, this time around, things have really changed, and a lot of people, they are not, things are not like before. Before it was really hard, and people would only think, oh, they are doing mzungu and good mzungu milile or something like that, where they would say, okay, if you're eating well, you're eating different
What
types of
good to
food,
milile?
good milile, and then they would say, oh, abanensumule ikala kwati basungu, like you're leading
Look at
lifestyles, yeah, buga life, yes. So this all is the mindset of people are slowly changing. It's not like before, because right now a lot of households like back home, it's different. They drive good cars, they do eat well, they do have a lot of money, they do, it's different from the way it was before. Yeah, so I'm glad that that mindset is changing, but we still have a problem. We do.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
I
why that's
think
why Glenn was asking to say, is it an upgrade for you to date a Muzungu? You both
there's
can answer
it's
because you both are married to white people. So
it's Glenn, there is no upgrade. There is no, I guess for different, I'm not gonna speak for anyone. I better speak for myself because I have a different explanation, okay? There is no upgrade. What me and my husband has achieved right now is because we've worked together. Okay? When me and my husband started dating, there was nothing like, do you have money? Do you have, I didn't even want to know those things. Okay, it's important to know somebody's financial, but I never asked like, what's your financial status? Like, what are you, that kind of a thing. All I knew is that, okay, he does work, fine. Okay? That's what's important. The rest was built by us, you know? It had nothing to do with me. And this is why, you know what, I didn't tell when I was getting married to my husband or when we started dating. I never told anybody until the day I released the cards to give people. And they also didn't know who I was getting married to. They saw the name, I'm sure their minds were all shocked up and everybody was just, I never told anybody because I know how people react and how people behave.
Yeah.
Okay. There were just a few family members, yes, that had met him because he had come to visit back home. Everybody knew him. I had come to Canada to visit the family. It took time before we got married and everything like that. Okay. It took about a year or something like that. So there were all these things that were put in place. It had nothing to do with, oh, it's an upgrade. And a lot of people think like that back at home. And it's so sad that I've had to cut off certain relationships because of that kind of mindset. Everybody just thinks, okay, now you have money. Okay. Nobody's thinking about how you're living, where you're living, how life is. Nobody cares about that. Everybody just cares, okay, now she's rich. Why? Why are you thinking like that? I'm not rich. I would be flying my own jet if I was. I wouldn't want to who wouldn't want to be in a private jet? I would want to be in a private jet.
Yeah.
you know? I
Yeah.
would be living in what they call a mansion or whatever it is. People don't understand these things, that you are just in love with the person. Okay? You are just This is why a lot of people mess up. They want this person, then they go and discover what they are seeing is not what they were expecting. Then
Hmm.
now conflict starts. That person ends up running away or going whatever it is. And that's what happens most of the time, you
Yeah.
know? That's what happens most of the time. But anyway, I'm not also blaming people who think like that, that maybe it's an upgrade or whatever, because of how most ladies have put it.
Yeah.
Like before that
All over
person,
the
they were
internet. Like,
nothing.
oh
They
me,
didn't have.
I was living like this. Now I'm living like this. And then we
you
see a
know?
lot of videos of these people that are married to white people. I think that's where question for Glenn is coming from.
Yeah.
You know? That's where,
That's why I
because
said I don't
oh, my
blame.
life
Mhm.
was like this before I met this person. Now that I'm married to a white man, my life is like this. You know?
But this is
Yeah.
what I talked about. It's
Yeah,
just different lifestyles. They
yeah,
lifestyles and culture than we do. So
Mm-hmm.
yes,
because you find like, okay, for example, I am okay living like in a candle, like just with a candle or a koloboi or a whatever. But then, like for white people, that is something that was done like 200 years ago, right? So, like, just all I can say is different lifestyles. And I don't want to say it's an upgrade, right? Because we have our own lifestyle, they have their own lifestyle. Uh,
Exactly.
yeah, so it's not an upgrade in any way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Um, and another thing that I
yeah.
wanted to,
I don't think it's an upgrade too. It's different culture. Just
it just,
because our
Yeah.
culture is different from them doesn't mean that there's an upgrade in any way. Yeah,
yeah,
so your culture is your culture. You were raised that way. You were raised to say, okay, well, Coach Steffi, you eat this, you do this, you go to school, you do that. That's how you were raised. And them, they were raised in a certain way. So when you meet, there's no upgrade. Like Juliet said, whatever they have right now is because both of them worked together to achieve. Okay. So if there is an upgrade, they have upgraded each other. Okay,
Exactly.
they are both not on the same pace as they were before. Okay, they've both grown, and this applies to everybody else. Yeah, yeah. And let me just say this: it should be an upgrade, because it's not just because you are married to a white man. Even people married to black first people like me, you cannot say, oh, there's no. Of course, there would be an upgrade, because
Yeah.
you're no longer the person you were. Okay, so we're not only going to streamline it to the white kind of red. Mamonaka, it's anywhere. There should be an upgrade somehow. Okay, so it's you're not just going to say, oh, just because she's married to a white person, there is an upgrade. Everybody, when you get married, whether it's white, whether it's black, whether it's yellow, there should be an upgrade somehow.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be the same way you were 5 years ago, or you shouldn't be the same way you were when before. It's a different kind of lifestyle, so it has to be different and progressive. Yeah,
yeah.
that's me. And then, yeah, Sweet Pea is agreeing with you, Juliet.
Yeah.
Glenn, when you say, how did you get in the place you come from? I don't know what that means. Did you want, how did you mean that? I don't know. I don't get that sentence. How can you love yourself and not love a man like your father? Okay, that's a question from Glenn.
Even yeah,
Never Glenn. But then that's how can you love
how
yourself
can
and not love a man like your father? Glenn, would you please explain more on that? Yeah, so we'll be closing in
yeah,
the next,
elaborate more on that,
yeah,
Glenn.
we'll be closing the next 10 minutes. So if you can just
Okay.
elaborate more on your questions, your two questions, because I don't get them. So just yeah. Yeah. So you were saying something, ladies. You were saying, I don't know if it was you, Frida, or it was Juliet who was saying something.
Um, okay, like if I have to comment on Glenn's, like if I do understand that question, he is probably talking about the race. Like, okay, my father was black, right?
Yeah.
So he is saying, how can you love yourself and not love uh, like your father, the race, or
Okay. Okay. I think yeah, you're right. I think
I
that's what it means.
about yeah.
Yeah.
So Glenn, I just want to explain to you something that uh, I am married to a man, not color, right? So like me, uh, like I could have married anybody, right? So I just happened to marry who I married. So I think
Oh yeah. I was reading his comments. That's when I've understood his conversation. Because I'm not reading comments. I was concentrating on what we're doing. But now I went to read, and then I
oh,
find saying, "How can you be with the colonizer and all that?" You see, I've met a lot of people that talk about that. Okay, and talking about you being in love with a colonizer, I've had people who've tagged me in nonsense at some point, and
yeah,
what I do best I ignore, but I know that one day my patience will run out, but I just ignore. Even family members, I've had people who've done that to me, like they'll send me stuff like that. I want to tell you one thing. This whole colonizer, whatever it is, please, this is 2024.
I know.
This is 2024, okay? And a lot of things have happened until this time, and I thought people's minds would have revolved around the new generation that's there and what we are trying to do and what we're trying to get at. If somebody is still in the colonization era and whatever, that's your own problem. If you want to keep on fighting for what your forefathers were fighting for, I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah,
I'm raising,
I wanna say, Julian, I'm not gonna cut you short. I'm going to
yeah,
say love is love. It knows no boundaries, it knows no color, it knows no race. Okay? It doesn't matter where you find it. You can find it in anyone. It doesn't matter. Like, of course, these people colonized us somehow, but we won't live in the past, yeah? That
yeah,
happened, and perhaps the people that colonized whoever are long gone. Okay, so we are
Exactly.
changing the narrative. We're changing the narrative. We're saying, oh, we are all humans. Okay, we are all people that need to love each other, and if you find love in a white person or in a Chinese or in a whoever, why not? Okay,
yeah,
so we should
you
just
know,
remove the mindset to say, okay, I cannot love a colonizer, I cannot love this person. You should just have your own preferences. Okay, if
yeah,
you say, okay, my preference is, you know what, Glenn, you have to come back because we have to talk about this, why a lot of people decide to marry white people. Okay, because these people have their own reasons. Okay, they have their whole lot of reasons, a lot of them. So you're not just going to pin someone to say, okay, you are going to marry your own race, even when their own race is not recognizing them. Okay.
Yes.
If you don't find the love in your own in your own people, why should you stay single and die single just because you cannot find your own black person? That's being racist, okay?
It
I don't
is.
want.
And a lot of black people are also very racist. I'll be very
Yes,
open.
yes.
They want to hide, they always hide, like try and make it look like they are not. No, they are. And I always
Hmm.
tell people off, I say that's a racist comment. So the one that
Yes.
Glenn made, it's a very racist comment.
And I don't like playing
It's
victim. Sometimes we play victim so much because every time we want
exactly,
to cry,
you know.
oh, they're being racist. Oh, they're being racist. What are we doing about ourselves? Like we started talking from the onset, we were saying we don't love ourselves to begin with. How do we want to put a blame on people that don't even experience what we experience, that don't even know what we go through? Like our own people are sidelining just because this one is lighter than me. I'm better.
And
Okay,
you should,
this
a
one is
lot of
like
people will miss a man that loves and cares for them, all because you're talking about color, or because that person is a different so I shouldn't fall in love with the person that really loves me,
no,
a
no, no, no,
person
no.
that really has gone all out for me.
And
If
Juliet,
you start talking about race.
before you go any further, this used to happen even in those times of colonization.
Mission, yeah.
You'll find that these people really genuinely loved each other. This white slave and its son to this colonizer. You see, it used to happen because love is love. It doesn't matter. So you find that okay, this son of the colonizer is in love with this girl who is the
Mm,
daughter to the slave. Okay, it used to be a
exactly.
lot of, a lot of struggle. So if it used to happen then, how about now when we have everything, the revolution has come into
No.
play? Oh,
Mm,
Sandra, no, yeah, Juliet is married to a white person. I'm not. Yeah, these two are married to white people. So that's why I'm pushing the white people comments to them.
yeah. So
Yes.
for me, I
So,
feel like you shouldn't people should be open-minded to understand that
mhm,
we are humans who've just fallen in love with a fellow human. We are
yeah,
just in love. You
yeah.
need to understand it's the same love you feel for whether it's a black, Chinese, whatever. Understand it's the same. There's
Hmm.
nothing magical about it because he's a white man that I'm with. No, it's the same
Yeah.
one that I had probably for somebody that I did date and things didn't work out. They were black and everything like that, you know, because life
Yeah,
happens.
Sandra,
But
Sandra
I'm
is
not
saying now in
going to
America,
push
I'll
love
say
away.
racism is alive. Of course, I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
It is
Sometimes
there.
we cry racism when it's not, but it's still there. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I've heard stories, news on the news. I'm like, why do we always have to cry victim to racism, all these people are side lay, all these people, even when it's not, like Thunder is saying, sometimes I feel bad to say, why do we always have to push ourselves in a corner? I know sometimes it's there,
Yeah.
in America. It's not as bad as it is in other countries, but we cannot say it's not there. It is there. Just like where you are in Canada, it is there. It's not as much as it could be in maybe places like Germany or Russia, where people complain all the time to say, oh, in a store, I was like this, at work, I was like this, but it's still there. But sometimes people just cry. Like now, you know, why shouldn't you marry a white person? Because of what? Do we did we say, oh, because this is black, I have to go black? If you know Glenn, we have another day for that discussion, okay? Well, we'll talk about why
Yes.
people
I
decide
mean,
to do whatever they decide to do. Yes. So,
exactly.
hey, your ladies, any last words? We have to close.
I think that's it from
Oh,
me.
Sweet Pea says, love doesn't see color, love doesn't see hate,
Yeah.
love simply love. Why put stipulations on love? Never deprive yourself from love. Never. Yeah, because if you say, okay, no, I want marry this white person because these people colonized us. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What
And
what justice are you
I,
doing to
I
yourself?
I I wasn't there, So, and I think those colonizers are long gone. So
Mm-hmm,
why am I punishing someone for what they did not do, for something
mm-hmm,
that by someone else, right?
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm. The agenda which was started by somebody else, and
I
they,
know.
yeah, a lot happened then. Yeah, a lot happened. So it's you guys need to come up with a lot of reasons why you decided to go white, because it's like some people have problems with that.
Uh, okay. So let's do that again. When tomorrow or the other day? Like when?
Yeah, either tomorrow or the other day.
Okay. So we have a lot of reasons. Just
Yeah.
that we've been here like almost 2 hours.
2 hours. I didn't even know we'd reach. I was like, okay, let's talk about it for 30 minutes.
Mm.
We've been pushing it for like so many days. So at least I'm so happy we found time
Yeah.
today. Yeah. Oh, sweet pea, thank you so much for coming. She says um she's leaving. Okay, ladies, it's
All
been
right.
good seeing you,
Okay.
Chile and panel. Glad I
Bye.
was on this app during your stream. Yeah, we're so glad you contributed a lot, and I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
people will benefit from this. Yeah. Yeah, then
Fanda. Thank you, Fanda. It was
yeah,
nice
so
having you
Thunder,
here.
actually subscribed to you both your
Oh,
channels. So you
thank
have
Oh,
to,
really?
yeah,
Thank
you
you
have
so
to look.
much.
Yeah, Glenn too has to. Glenn, you have to subscribe to this. So subscribe to mine too, so you get a notification tomorrow or the other day when we go live. Yeah, we
Yeah.
will talk about the reasons why people decide to go white instead of black. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So these ladies will come here with a lot of reasons why they decided to marry the colonizers.
Ah, sure, man.
So you ladies should, yeah, should be ready, should be braced for this discussion, because Glenn will come here with the punches. Mm?
yeah. Thank
Yeah,
God.
he actually says
Yeah.
it. He says, I will educate you.
Yeah.
You know what? Glenn will be waiting for that
Ah,
education.
we'll come and educate each other. We'll wait for you.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Then not Candace says not really. People don't owe anyone an explanation for why they love who they love. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree, Sandra.
Me,
I do.
me too.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like, why should you be explaining? Like, the heart wants what it wants. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no way you can say, okay, because so you tell me why you decided to. I mean, it's something else. And then,
Mm.
so Juliet, just because you came late, you're supposed to stream to your own too, so that you're able to do that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you're able to do
No, I
that. Just
didn't. I
because,
didn't know. It was my first time. It's my first time using it.
yeah, it was, yeah. This one, yeah, you can do to yourself that it stays on yours as well. Yeah, so Glenn says, thanks, Queens, for answering my questions. Yes, so you have to come
Oh, it
back,
says
okay?
stream to your audience.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
see.
you can do that. Actually, you can do that now. Maybe I think it will bring everything. Maybe.
If, let me
Yeah,
see.
it will bring everything. No, Papa, Papa, but I think it's good because everybody I'm with are able to stream to their own audience, so that once they watch the benefit somehow, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Back
Yeah.
telephoto.
Yeah. So you can actually do that. I'll let you do that so that it stays on yours too.
Let me see.
If you're honest, so if you are watching and you need to contribute somehow, it's too late. Of course, you cannot join us. We would have loved you to join us before, but now we're almost closing. We're ending our live. So just
Listen.
leave your comment, okay, in the comment section, and then we'll be able to attend to your comment, and a lot of people will read your contribution as well. It's almost 12, like it's
Yeah.
12:49 on my end. It's
Oh,
crazy.
Colony
Frida, we were just saying we'll do it for
11:49.
30 minutes.
What's that?
I'm saying we said we'd only do it for 30 minutes. Now look,
Oh, I know.
almost
Wow.
it's almost 1
That's
a.m.
right. When you're having fun, right?
Yes, we do. We've had a lot of fun. Yeah, we've had.
Nice.
Yeah, we did
Let's
have
get
a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
right.
Juliet, thank you for coming. Thank you for your
Thank
contribution.
you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so tomorrow we can either do tomorrow or the ad or Monday. I think Sunday is better because it's
Yeah. Sunday.
everybody's relaxed. Nobody's coming from work. Everybody's home relaxing. So I think it's a good day to discuss issues like this.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow. Tanda, thank you so much. Don't forget to paste the link for the hair products. Yeah, because they have mixed children. Those that kind of hair is hard to deal with. Me too. I
Mama,
have,
shh, go to
yes,
bed.
the
Hurry
girls
up.
and myself. Yeah. So please paste the link so we take care we take a look at the products that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, it's been a great 2 hours. We never knew would be here for this long. Yeah.
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 All right, guys.
So
Have a good night.
you too. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Gillette, thank you so
Good
much. Bye.
night.
And everybody else,
Bye.
thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Have a
Bye.
good night and
Thank you
good
for having
morning
us
to those
here.
of
Bye.
you that are, yeah.
Okay.